What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius trial guide, and today we're going to learn how to take down the Lich. I'm going to give you all the details you need on your team, and then I'm going to run you through how I beat him just last night on my Twitch stream. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at exactly what we're dealing with Scorn of the Lich. It is going to be a very different fight than we're used to because we have to kill the Lich 3 times. So it's going to be there, you kill him, he comes back, you kill him, he comes back, and then finally when you kill him again, you're going to be good to go. The rewards are going to be for completing the quest. Deal fire and light damage 2 times or more to an enemy. You can't use any items, and if you can take this guy down in 30 turns, which a lot of you guys are going to be able to with the damage dealers out there, you're going to get your UOC ticket. Moving on, I just want to talk a bit about the Lich and, race Reaper, so you want Undead Killer, that's going to be great for you. Innately is going to get much more hurt by fire or light attacks. Light's going to trigger a little bit of something going in there to be ready for. Immune to defense and spirit break, so you can't defense and spirit break and take him down, but he is vulnerable to attack and magic breaks, which is going to be important to make sure your survivability is good to go. The Lich is going to have every other turn going to be casting death on somebody, which is going to be very rough for you guys to deal with. And it can be resisted on the first time, like the first life of Lich, but after that it starts becoming unresistible. So we're going to have some way to either re-raise or seal that ability off so we're not taking that damage. Also, the Lich is going to be casting fire, ice, and lightning spells at you, doing a lot of AoE magic damage to you guys out there, along with just non-elemental magic damage can happen as well. So we're going to want to be taking a magic cover tank. Actually, let's just go ahead and bring up the sheet right here so we can talk about what exactly we need to take into this fight. You guys are going to need a magic cover tank. That magic cover tank is going to need 145% resistance to fire, 145% resistance to lightning, or 145% resistance to ice. After buffs, of course. So as long as you can get to those after whoever you have on your team to buff those elements up, that's where you're shooting for so you don't take any damage. Because the boss will imperil by 45%, I do believe, if you do not seal the boss with light. If you're planning to go in and do some damage with light, it's gonna seal off those imperils, those 45 imperils, making it so you only need fire, lightning, and ice up to 100%. However, what's gonna happen then is he's gonna cast stop on your team, and then he's also gonna do a big dark ability attack. So your magic cover tank is gonna need some kind of some kind of dark resistances as well to make sure they can live through that ability. And then you're going to need some way to either completely stop from being immune to stop being on your team, or a way to recover it. In my case, Sylvie is great for that. Can't be stopped and then has a way to recover stop pretty easily and wipe it off your team so they can take their turns. Next up, you're going to need a 100% draw attack, non-evade physical tank. The reason being is, again, this boss is going to cast death on you. It's going to be very hard for you guys to deal with if you don't have innate draw attack, because essentially your tank's going to die, come back to life, and then no longer be provoking, right? So we want that 100% draw attack. For me, I'm going to be using Wilhelm. He does have 50% innately. Get the other 50%. You'll see from the wrapping gift from Christmas and then the Moogle plushie. And then you can't use evade, because evade is the boss Lich will just go straight through evade with its physical attacks, and that's what we're going to need on our tank. Next up, again, like I said, you're going to need a magic and attack breaks. We want to make sure the Lich isn't doing as much damage as it can, because it does hurt, especially at stage 3 when it comes back to life for the third time, or the second time, excuse me, the third time you're fighting it. It's going to be pretty rough. Another thing we want to talk about is the Lich will start the game, every life, the Lich will start the turn before you can act. Even when you kill it, it's going to imperil your silence resist. Then it's going to cast silence on your squad. So you need a way to deal with silence that is not white magic, because you can't use magic, right? You'll be silenced. And you need a re-raise. The reason I'm saying you need a re-raise is because your 100% draw attack tank is going to be KO'd, and you want to re-raise on him so you can come back up and start taking those physical hits and be ready to do that again the next turn or the turn after when the death is cast, okay? So you'll see how it works when we get into this battle, or you guys can have an ability re-raise. So somebody that doesn't need to use white magic, silence doesn't matter to them. In my case, Myra, the new buffed Myra, she does have an ability re-raise she can cast every turn, so I can just keep getting my tank up. Or you can use Nethicite, which I know not everybody out there has this, but it will seal that death ability for you guys. And it's actually kind of important anyway when we get to stage 3, because if you end up pushing thresholds wrong, we could end up hitting a problem where you cast death twice in a turn, and that re-raise isn't going to save you. But there are tons of ways to deal with this, because, again, we can seal the death away. we can put an ability re-raise on, or you're going to have a way to deal with silence. And a lot of you guys out there, if you're using white magic as your healing, instead of using somebody that uses abilities to heal, you're going to have a way to deal with that silence. There's a ton of different ways, different abilities, like Sylvie has one that just, gets rid of any kind of status element on your team, such as silence. There's also a really weird trick way you can do it. I do believe you could use an Esper to have them use an item, like auto item, have that item in your kit, throws it up, heals everybody off with like a remedy, or it uses a remedy, and that doesn't count towards the no items. But I don't want to get into all that. I'm sure you guys have some way to end up dealing with this. And last but not least, there are some abilities that cannot be covered when you're tanking. So even your magic tank jumping in front, you're going to have problems with some fire, lightning, and ice damage coming your way. So your party needs to be as close to that 145% on those 3 elements as possible, or 100% after buffs if you are doing light damage and sealing away those imperils, because again, you just want to be taking as little damage as you can. And this again speaks to the fact that this game is going to become a lot of elemental resistance needed. It's already been that way, and it's going more and more into that category. So now, without further ado, after you guys seeing what you guys need to have built up, I'll show you my team, talk about it a little bit, and then we'll get into the fight and show you how it's done. Alright guys, so this is the team we're going to be taking in. Esther, Zeno, Regina can even just one-shot from... Regina's ridiculous when it comes to this fight, can just one-shot from the beginning. All of your damage dealers out there you can try to hang with. Again, fire and light is what the boss is weak to anyway, and having those killer abilities from a Esper such as Odin is going to help you guys within that. I'm trying to long click on it so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. We go to train, special abilities here. You can see that we do want that undead killer. So if you have enough equipment slots to be able to fit undead killers in, you're going to have a much better time, because we're going to be able to do more damage. So first off, we have our single target provoke tank, and that is going to be my Wilhelm. We can go to his stats right here. You can see that he has a ton of different status, or he has a ton of fire, ice, and lightning resist, as much as I could give him. We go to equipment. You can see that he does have a Nyx's dagger, which is going to be a fire damage. Since I'm not going to be dealing fire damage with my main damage dealers, he's going to be able to counter and get me those couple of fire damage in for that achievement, or that mission clear there. You can see that he has the Moogle plushie and wrapped gift. Those are going to give him the 100% draw attack, which we're going to need as we go through the fight. And looking over his abilities, you can see there's all kinds of different things you can put on here. You just want to mix and match, get as much spirit, as much defense, HP, and then get as close to these as you can, so that you take less and less damage, making you be able to survive. Next up, we're using my Bay Sacred Shield Charlotte. I just got her. You can see that I have her resist pumped to the max. You can see dark resist isn't that high, but she ends up not dying or taking too much damage from that dark anyway, because of the buff I'm going to be using with Sylvie. But you can see her fire, ice, and lightning resist are up as high as possible. That way I'm taking minimal damage from Lich when he does those attacks. You can take a look at my build here if you would like to end up using it. But again, there are a lot of STMRs, a lot of TMRs in here. You guys are going to have to mix and match and figure out what works best for you. Let me see if I have the thing equipped here. I do not, but we'll talk about it in a minute as we move forward. She's going to be there for some magic breaks. She's going to be there for some light imperiling, and she's going to be there obviously to cover and give us that damage mitigation. Moving on, the next unit we're going to be using is Myra, and Myra is going to allow me to get away with a lot of stuff. One, she doesn't care about silence. She's just not going to be using any of her white magic. All of her healing abilities, her re-raise, it's all ability based, so silence doesn't do anything to her. You can see I got her as high as I could. Again, fire, ice, and lightning. Resist, if we go to equipment, you guys can check it out and see for yourself what I have on her for you guys to just look at. Black Impulse was the item I wanted to talk about. This is going to be a TMR from the Black Waltz Final Fantasy IX character. We're going to get fire, ice, and lightning resist, just what we wanted, 25%, so you guys should have that TMR out there, so be looking for that to be able to put on your team, and then yada yada, you guys know how this goes. Moving on, we do have Esther. This is going to be our damage dealing unit against Zeno, Regina, all of them out there you guys could use, obviously, to see how you can do. You are going to want to really not be in the third phase too long. He starts really messing with you, even with this OP team comp with all these supports, so you really want to wait to push really hard, and Esther's going to provide that for us. Again, getting this as high as possible. Moving on through these abilities here, you guys can pause. Again, Black Impulse right there, baby. You guys are going to want those. But that's going to be my Esther. And then over to Sylvie, which is going to be an incredible unit here. Going to give us some mitigation to, magic damage, attack damage, mitigation, along with the elemental resist, the ability to take stop off of our team, and she can even imbue that light. So I'm going to take an Esther that doesn't have an element on her weapon. I'm going to take my Esther who doesn't have an element on the weapon, and Sylvie's going to imbue light. Charlotte's going to imperil, and we're just going to go to town on this boss. And you can see that again, buffed up as high as possible. Lightning resist is a little bit down, but that's okay. Moving on over through her abilities. And Ozetta's armor is actually a pretty good one too. because, you know, just gives you that high defense and things like that. You could be switching this out for something. I don't need it, but I could switch it out for something that gives a little bit more of the, you know, excuse me, elemental resist. I kind of got off of my track there, but you want as much elemental resist as you can. You can see I'm popping it on there. Also, if we end up getting that STMR Moogle, I hope so. I wouldn't mind using it on something like Mother's Return. It gives you insane status resistance to a lot of stuff. I like it a lot, but that's going to be the team right there, guys. You build it up the best way you can, and if you can't beat it now, the Lich will be there forever. You can build up your teams and get there later on. Now we're going to go find a friend unit, which we're going to be looking for a little bit of those resistances and an Esther, and then we're going to go fight the Lich and hope we can take him down. Alright guys, so we're going into the fight. We couldn't find an Esther that had any kind of resistances or had Odin on, sadly, for those undead killers. So we're just going to go in and hope for the best. Again, you don't absolutely need those resistances all the way up there. It just kind of helps out with trying to survive in the fight. Once we get into this battle, it's going to be a little tough in the beginning. Again, going to be the Lich gets to go first. They love having those, you know, ambush abilities happening. The enemy strikes first. Silence enfeeblement, putting our silence down, silencing everybody. And the boss is going to innately be resist to physical and magic attacks. So it is going to have a little bit of mitigation there to deal with. First up with Myra, we're going to go down, and Myra's always going to be wanting to cast one of her singing moves, so intro is going to be cast, along with another ability. So for this, in this case, we want to get a re-raise up on our tank. We're going to go ahead and do Live Concert. Live Concert is going to give us a 2k barrier to help us live, along with putting auto revive on everybody, on the whole team, and she can dual cast that now, which is great, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Sacred Shield Charlotte is going to have to go ahead and put up her cover, so we're going to go ahead and have that happen. We're going to go ahead with Esther. We're going to go with Electric Charge. We are going to do a little, we don't want to put lightning on because we're going to be using light, and we're going to be doing that next turn. So we're going to do Combat Overdrive to boost our own attack, and then we're going to do Bolting Strike to just do a little bit of damage. We're going to do that with both of our Esters here. So moving on down, Combat Overdrive, Bolting Strike. With Sylvie, we do need to get our resistances up to elements, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We cannot imbue right now, sadly, so we're going to do that on the squad. Along with, we're going to go ahead and, let's see, we're going to go ahead and give our big buff up, and it'll be up later on in the fight in Stage 3. Go ahead and cast that, and we do need to do a magic break. Remember, we do need to break. We could have broken there instead of buffing, but we're going to be okay. We're going to go ahead and break that magic right now, and then the two Esters are going to chain it up, buff themselves up a chain. It's not going to be an elemental chain, but that's for next turn. This is just kind of to build up LB crystals and just do a little bit of something in this off turn. So you can see the boss is casting a lot of stuff, a lot of nasty physical damage. Sacred Shield Charlotte's taking a little bit of damage here in the beginning, but that's going to be all right. Death was cast. Sadly, Wilhelm went down, but he comes back because we did have the re-raise, and we have some countering going on, and we're good to go. That means we need to cast re-raise again. Remember that. Our tank did die, so we need to cast re-raise because Death could be cast not this coming turn, but the next turn. So I want to go ahead and get that up right now. So with Myra again, I'm going to go with Interlude here. Then we're going to go down to, where is it at? Behind the Scenes. Automatically revive an ally one time. We're going to go ahead and cast that on Wilhelm. Again, we're not having to deal with silence. Next up, we want to go ahead and imperil the boss with light damage for light. So it's going to be right here. Damage and reduce light damage. Or light resist, excuse me. So we're going to do Holy Slash, get that light resist down. Wilhelm needs to break attack, so we're going to break attack on the boss. Sylvie's going to go ahead and do the triple cast, do a lot of stuff here. She's going to imbue both light on both of my units. So Glitter Egg's going to go on Esther, Glitter Egg's going to go on Esther, and then we're going to go ahead and cast reduce physical damage taken on the whole squad is something I want to go ahead and get up there. That's great. One of the things the Lich will do is cast Blind. So I know I don't have all of my status elements resisted on all of my team because I need to make room for these elemental resistances. So if your Esters are blind, I run into this problem all the time. Be sure to clear that off of your, or your damage dealer. Be sure to clear that off because it's going to be a bad time for you. But now we have the light imperil going on against the boss. We have light imbued, so we're just going to go to town with triple bolting strike and do as much damage as we can. So we do pretty good damage here, all the way down to 63%, which is great. Again, this is only the first life of the Lich, though. It's going to get more tough as we go on. And seems like everything's going great. Again, Death shouldn't be cast this turn. It should be cast every other turn. Then for thresholds on the 3%, at 65% and 35%, it will cast Death as well. So if you end up getting on the other turn that Death is supposed to be cast and you pass that threshold, it's going to be double Death, which is going to be really bad for you. So we want to watch out for that. Next up, let's see what we want to do here. I do believe we want to go ahead and cast the LB of Sacred Shield Charlotte. The reason being is that it's 50% damage mitigation on everyone for 4 turns, along with getting her cover back up. She doesn't need to put her cover back up yet, but hey, for 4 turns, go ahead and get that up, spin that LB, start building it back up, and give everybody 50% mitigation. That's going to be amazing, so we're going to go ahead and cast that. And we're going to skip it. I don't want to, but we're going to skip it because we are in a guide. I know you guys want to get go ahead and go through with this. So our Wilhelm did not die, so he still has re-raise, as we can see above him. So this is a turn for Myra to cast something else. She doesn't have to cast that re-raise. She does need to cast her singing, so intro into interlude, into main verse and outro. But she can do something else now. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is album cover. It's going to nullify sleep, paralyze all of this stuff, and all the breaks. We're going to go ahead and get that running up on the squad as well. Take the time to go ahead and do that. Let's see. Sylvie, what can you do, Sylvie? What do we need you to do? We're going to go ahead and have Sylvie LB. Go ahead and just have Sylvie LB. Put up those resist even more. That's going to be great for us here. And then we're going to go ahead and LB with both of our Esters and see how much damage we can get done. We're going to have Willie go ahead and break magic again, just in case we don't kill it. And Nox does not like this Limber Burst. I actually didn't chain it up very well. Hopefully we end up getting the kill. If not, that's okay. We'll get the kill afterwards. We ended up getting the kill. Now we're moving on to stage 2. He will revive one more time after this. He's going to put the silence back on everybody, going to do a lot of nasty things. We're going to check our team. He does periodically wipe your team, dispelgas your team, so we want to look for that. So we have no, let's see, we have no blind, and he did not dispel us, so we're good on that. However, the boss did just come back to life, meaning that none of those things we put on him are there anymore. The light and peril's not there anymore, and the breaks aren't there anymore. So we need to get the breaks in there. And most importantly for me, I want to break that magic, so we're going to get that done. Next, I'm going to look at my Esther and make sure that she has light on her attacks. She does for next turn. That's great. We're going to go ahead and take this time with our CG Charlotte to go ahead and imperil the light element again, because we want to be doing as much damage as possible. Let's check this. Do you still have the re-raise on you? Always want to be checking. Re-raise for one more turn, so we're good there. Don't need to cast the re-raise this turn, so we can go ahead and go with outro on the team. And for you, we can go ahead and give one of our Esters their Limit Burst. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Bada bing, bada boom. That's built up on our Esther there. Let's see. What do I want to do this turn? What do I want to do this turn with Sylvie? I think because we kind of have an off turn, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and put on the light imbue again. I have the wrong thing clicked? Or did I go past Glitter Egg? I sure did. Because, you know, it's an off turn for Sylvie. Doesn't really have to be doing much. So go ahead and why not? You know, there could be a time when I have to hit the emergency button. Sylvie's not going to be able to imbue, and that's going to suck. So we're going to go with 3 times the elements. I'm going to go ahead and get Combat Overdrive in there and Bolting Strike, and I'm going to do that for both of the users. You know, just to get that attack buff back up and running, along with, you know, doing damage. That seems good to me. So here we go. And again, you guys might be able to do even more damage than I'm doing here. You guys might even be more powerful, actually have the killer abilities on your friend unit. Again, my friend unit doesn't have the killer ability on. Here goes the boss again. I do believe this is going to be a death turn, so he should be killing Wilhelm off. Or her. I don't know if Lich is a guy or a girl on. So here comes kill. This cannot be resisted by like something like safety bit. It is going to kill off your unit no matter what. Looking at the boss, I do believe we need to be breaking attack this turn, so we're going to go ahead and do that. You can see that stop that has been cast. Stop has been cast. That is because we are locking away the 45% imperil by doing light damage. But that's why we have Sylvie. Sylvie's going to come to the rescue here. Sylvie's going to go ahead and do double the fun. We're going to go down to this ability right here. Removes attack, defense, magic, blah, 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 and stops. We're going to go ahead and cast that on the squad, along with, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put up Withstand the Elements, because our Wilhelm did die. Just give him a little bit more elemental resist. He may need it. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Boom. Wilhelm, again, like I said, I think we need to break attack. Again, I'm talking too much, so I forget. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and break attack with Wilhelm. Bada bing, bada boom. Charlotte, where are you at? Do you have your cover on still, which lasts forever, so I don't even know why I'm asking. Yes, you do. And, let's see. There's so much stuff she can do. I'm going to go ahead and give my team HP and MP boost and put up their LB fill rate. That seems good to me on the off turn here. We're going to do that. Give our MP back to our Esters a little bit there. And then Myra's going to go ahead and start all over again with playlist into intro on the squad. And we do need to put a re-raise, and live concert isn't up yet. So we're going to have to go with behind the scenes onto Wilhelm to make sure he has that re-raise ready to go. My 2 Esters are just going to chain it up hardcore style on this guy. Triple bolting strike. And get ready to do damage. I do love the fact that I have a lot of MP recovery across my team with Myra, CG Charlotte, Sylvie, etc. In some different ways to be able to go in here and do what we can. So we're not doing a massive amount of damage, because remember, the Lich is still resist to physical and magic attacks, so he is mitigating that quite a bit here. So Here we go, some damage coming in. We're covering it. We're resistanced. We're doing great. This shouldn't be a death turn being cast last turn. So now Myra's going to get an extra turn to do some crazy stuff. You can see how Myra, I can't get over how good Myra, CG Charlotte, Sylvie. That's what I'm saying, guys. Again, damage dealers are going to be replaced. CG Lightning's going to come out. CG Bartz, CG anybody else that comes out, right? But these main core of Wilhelm or your provoked tank, Sacred Shield Charlotte, Myra, Sylvie, incredibly powerful, can go into any boss battle and be ready to take them on, which is why I think you guys should be maybe UOCing for the support and the tank units instead, because they provide so much support. You can put whatever damage dealer you want in there, but these units are going to be great for you, right? You understand? I hope I'm making that clear. So we're going to go ahead and use her LB here, put up her cover again to get that 50% damage mitigation going. Let's check the boss. Seems to be broken on all things here. Again, I was just talking a lot, so I need to check to make sure we have the re-raise on. We do, so Myra has a free turn like I said. So she's going to go ahead and cast Interlude on the squad, and then she's going to cast, let's see, Life Concert's next turn. So we're going to cast Album Cover on everybody. Next up, Sylvie's going to go ahead. I do believe we need to imbue again. We might be on turn 1 or we might be out. Yeah, we're on turn 1, so she's going to go ahead and imbue. No problem there. I think it's double the fun for... Where is it? I always skip past it. There it is. No, it's not. Let me help. Oh my god. That's the wrong one. It's not double the fun. It's the other double cast ability. There we go. Glitter Egg. There it is. I'm not used to using Glitter Egg, so it's a little bit different for me, or imbuing with her, to be honest, a lot. Next up, we could do double LB. Let me look. It looks like he's re-put on his resistances, so there's no reason not to double LB. We'll double LB. We want to have the LB built up for stage 3 around the 60% mark or lower, so we're going to go ahead and double LB here. Before we do that, I do want to see if there's anything I need to do with Wilhelm. We're going to go ahead and have him just do absolute defense because the Lich is broken on both, right? I don't know why I skipped over. Yeah, okay, good. And then we're just going to chain it up the best we can. If you guys are wondering how I'm chaining, I have left and right keyboard like put onto Esther and the other Esther. So I just hit left and right as fast as I can, and then they chain. I'm not using any macros or anything like that. I like chaining. I like to see if I can do it. It's kind of fun to see if you can hit him as fast as possible. Sometimes you hit him so fast, defense pops up. I don't really know how that happens, but it does. So we can see Death was cast on Wilhelm. But again, you guys will see this with my guides going forward. I like to prepare my team so much that when I get into the fight, the only time I really need to hit an emergency button is when things start going really wrong. And that'll happen. You'll see. It probably will happen in this fight. But other than that, we are very well prepared with our gear, etc. Looking at the boss, it would appear that the boss still has lower... Okay, so Charlotte has another turn where she can cast up... She could cast up magic mitigation if we need to. I'm going to save that for the next turn. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and put up Healing Glory again. Give us back some of that MP. That seems like a great turn to be using there. Myra's going to go ahead and main verse it up, and then she's going to cast Live Concert, giving everybody AoE re-raise and a 2k HP barrier, because we did need the re-raise on our tank. Sylvie, let's see, Sylvie, you need to cast our elemental resistances up, and we're going to put in a magic resist on everybody, which is going to be great there. And then the Esters are just going to go ahead, and I'm going to cast Combat Overdrive and double Bolting Strike. Make sure that attack boost is up, and we're doing as much damage as possible. Did I miss Combat Overdrive? There it is. Bolting Strike, Bolting Strike. I love the Bolting Strike chaining family as well, because it just is so easy to chain. Like, it feels like Divine Ruination. Ooh, 4%. We would have killed it. It's okay, though. We'll be fine. Let's make sure I don't need to break anything here. I guess we're good. So I'm just going to defend with Wilhelm. There's nothing else really to do there that Wilhelm needs to be doing in his case. So here we go. We're taking a little bit of damage, but again, because of our Dark Resist, it's not that big of a deal. Wilhelm's going to live through all these auto attacks, and we're going to be good to go. Okay, so you saw that. Hell Purge. Okay, Hell Purge just wiped every buff I had on my team off. Along with, then he casts the Silence again. So if we look, I'm not on my units. Hold on, my Charlotte's going insane right now. My Charlotte's going insane. Okay, Charlotte, we get it. We get it. You want to be the one to kill him. I understand. And he buffed his magic, which is gonna be tough. Okay, I'll just sit here. It's okay, Charlotte. You want to be the one to kill it. I don't think you're getting that 4% down. Checking out our team here, we can see that we do have Disease and Silence, and we have been wiped of all of our buffs. Sadly, because we didn't kill, I do not have my AoE re-raise on anymore, which kind of sucks. Maybe I should have saved that personally. But we're going to be able to get our buffs up and everything again, because Outro is ready to be cast. Going to boost up everything by, I think, 140%, and we do want to put behind the scenes back up on Wilhelm. That's going to be great there. Sylvie needs to imbue us, along with the fact that we need to have... what am I trying to say? We need to have we need to cover as well, because we've been dispelled, so we need to get our cover up. Sylvie needs to imbue, but she also needs to get our elemental resist up. So I'm going to take the time to just go ahead and put our elemental resist up right now with our LB and have that for going into the next stage. These esters may be able to pull this off even without... I'm going to go and put combat overdrive again because we have been dispelled. Even without having that light element on, I think we're going to be okay. We may be able to push it. If not, we'll push it next turn. We have a way to live. We're going to be okay. So bolting strike, and then Wilhelm really doesn't do anything here because... Well, I guess if we need to break the magic just in case, because when he dies, obviously his magic isn't going to be broken anymore, so just in case we don't kill, I guess, which maybe we won't because we don't have it. Oh, we did. Okay, so we're going into stage 3, and this is when things get a little bit more crazy. Let's see if he does the hell purge or anything like that. He did not. So, this is the stage where he's going to be doing a little bit more damage. If you see how we're taking a little bit of damage at the beginning of every turn, if you look at that big, like, explosion-looking thing on each of my units, it looks like it hurts like spikes. That's because I have damage over time on me. That's why you want a little bit of spirit on all your units to make sure you live through that. But here's the problem with Lich on stage 3. First off, a lot more damage, a lot more things you have to worry about. But at 65% and 35%, the guy will cast Death. So he'll cast double death in a turn if it is his turn to cast death. So we need to watch out for that. We need to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and take this time to put up Charlotte's. I know we just cast the... I know we want to imperil and everything like that, but the 50% mitigation is more important to me. I want everybody to have that 50% mitigation. Looking at the boss, we are going to need to break its magic, so I'm really scared of that. Myra's going to go ahead and cast... Let's see. I do believe we have Wilhelm with a re-raise on right now. Recovers ally from KO. That's great. That's good news. So we're going to go ahead and cast Playlist. This is an intro turn, sadly. Right? Yep, it's an intro. I mean, it's not sadly. They made intros so good now. And then we're going to cast Album Cover, I do believe. No, what we're going to do is Piercing Voice, because Piercing Voice is going to reduce Defense and Spirit, totally immune to that, but also reduce Light and Fire Resist for all enemies. That way we get our Light Imperil on there as well, so we're going to go ahead and get that done, because Charlotte was too busy putting the mitigation up. Next up, we're going to go ahead and Glistening Egg or whatever, Glitter Egg, our 2 Esters, give them that Light and View, which is going to be great for our team, and we're just going to chain this turn. The reason we're just chaining this turn is the boss... It's pretty tanky at this point. I think it has 75 million HP, is resisting physical damage, has a little bit of damage mitigation on itself. So we want to get it as close to 65 as we can, wait for a turn where death is not going to be cast double in a turn, go past that threshold, let the death happen the next turn, and then once we get it closer to like 50, 40%, burst it down. You guys will have different feelings on that, or different damaging, you know, how much damage you can do. You guys will know on your own. You might be able to do that much damage, but for me, I want to save my LB until I can go in and just really wreck him. So here we go. Let's hope nothing bad happens. Okay, Stop has been cast on a lot of people, but again, Sylvie can help us with that. She can get rid of that Stop, which is incredible. So we're taking a lot of damage. Here comes Kill. So that was a kill turn. That was a kill turn, so we need to remember. That was a kill turn. Next turn, not a kill turn. So we're going to go ahead and cast with Sylvie. We're going to get our Elemental Resist up, and we're going to get all those nasty... put our Elemental Resist up, like I said, and get rid of the Stop so everybody can have a turn. Bada bing, bada boom. Wilhelm's going to break attack now. Let's check out the Lich, make sure. Light resistance down, only one more turn, so we're going to do that. And yeah, we need attack down, so we're going to get attack down here. We're going to go ahead and lower magic resist with Charlotte. Just go ahead and get that done and on there. Let me make sure. I always want to make sure when I get this close to the end of the fight, you know what I mean? You got to be safe. It's always best to be safe. We're going to cast Interlude, and with Death was just cast, so because Live Concert isn't ready, we need to cast Behind the Scenes on our Wilhelm. And then the 2 Esters are just going to chain it up. We are running into a problem right now with make sure they aren't blind, and make sure they have Light and View. Yeah, okay, for 2 more turns. We are running into the problem now. Not really a problem, but our mana is looking a little bit rough, so next turn, CG Charlotte's going to make sure to put up the mana, and once we get to outro, we'll get a lot of mana as well. So we're going to just go ahead and do this right now. Again, we don't want to push him past this. I mean, okay, so this next turn, we definitely don't want to push him because... Not this turn, he's not casting Death, but next turn he will. So we don't want to push past that 65% threshold and get double Death cast on us. We want to, you know, get through that as best we can. So this turn we want to push him as close to 65% as we can, and then kind of go nuts later on, all right? Because the turn after this, his mitigation should be down. Because if we look at him, he only has 1 more turn of this mitigation. So we're going to be in a lot more damage next turn. So... here we go. This turn, we don't really want to chain too much. So my plan here is to do 1 Bolting Strike, maybe not chain it that well. You know what I mean? We're going to give ourselves that buff, actually. I'm not sure if after the 65% threshold, he's going to do the Omega Wipe, you know what I mean? Like, Dispelga everybody. We will have to see if that happens. I'm going to go ahead and cast Let me make sure we have our cover up. I just want to make sure without... Yep. It lasts forever. CG Charlotte's awesome. So we're going to go down, and we're going to do the ability that gives us all MP and HP. Go ahead and cast that now. Totally broken, but I'm going to go ahead and be safe, and I'm going to cast this just in case. What turn are we on? I think we're on main verse here, so we're going to main verse our squad. Actually, I know I should check. I know I'm checking this every time. You guys are probably getting sick of that, but I always want to be safe. Looking for the re-raise. We have the re-raise, so Myra has an extra turn to do whatever she wants. So we're going to go ahead and go with main verse into album cover. Where's album cover at? There it is. Boom. Sylvie needs to imbue this turn. Strictly because, you know, this is the turn where they're going to run out. It's going to suck, though, if the next turn he does dispel. It's going to get rid of that, which is going to be tough. Maybe I don't imbue this turn. Maybe I do... Actually, this is what I'm going to do. If it's up. I'm going to cast... Actually, I'm just going to cast her LB. They should still have the light on them anyway, and just in case that dispel does come at the end of this turn, next turn I'll use Sylvie, and this way... Well, the next turn... You know what? Okay, screw it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this way, and if it doesn't work out, hey, we did our best. So this turn we're gonna go ahead and buff up just in case, because we don't want to be doing that much damage. He doesn't dispel. I'm unsure if on the threshold he dispels or not myself, so we'll have to check out together on this. So we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, we're gonna like not chain it. Hopefully it doesn't push past the 65% threshold. It's like, there we go. You know what I mean? Just kind of not fully chain it together the best you can. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Death should be cast this turn, right? Maybe I was wrong. Death isn't this turn. Okay, Death isn't this turn. Death is next turn. That's weird. I thought the Death would be cast this turn. How strange. So the boss appears to have been boosted his magic here, which is kind of tough. We don't want him to have that boosted magic. We also want him to be broken, which it looks like he's not broken at all. We got to be careful of that. I'm worried about this being a Death turn, so it's like a turn I don't want to do too much damage on. I thought that turn right there would have been a Death turn, but he ended up doing other stuff, which is weird. We need to break... I'm going to use Sylvie this time to break magic. We're going to use Sacred Shield Charlotte to go ahead and put up this. We're going to use Myra, again, just doing the same thing we always do. I'm going to go with Outro, and then I am just going to go ahead and put the re-raise back onto Wilhelm. Let's see here. I wonder why he didn't let us... Let me see something. Just looking through the abilities real quick, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the finger snap. Get rid of that magic, right? Because we don't even want to be doing that much damage until he does death on the next turn. Finger snap him, break his magic. I guess Alex can sit here and just cast buff himself again. Combat readiness, dude. And then Sylvie's gonna imbue. So we can use this turn to imbue now. So. Wrong ability again, Claic. Everybody's making fun of you in the comments. Oh, no! Glitter egg on the squad. Boom. So let's see what he does this turn. Death should be this turn. Doing a lot of nasty things. We have blind on our team, so we need to be aware of that. You can see that blind's been cast. Oh, I thought it was every... Oh, there it is. Okay, there comes the kill, finally. So he shouldn't cast it again next turn when we go ham on him, all right? That's the thing. Double kill anyway. Okay, I was under the impression that it was only at thresholds. Apparently, it is not. So I should have just been going ham on him. So now we're in a little bit of a trouble, but we're going to be able to get out of it, I do believe. Because we have single target provoke, we're going to be fine. Let's take a look at the enemy here. Okay, so Sylvie needs to get rid of silence and blind in this turn, because it's going to be pretty gross for us to have to deal with that. So what we're going to go ahead and do is... we're going to cast this move right here. It's going to get rid of silence and all that blind. And then next up, we're going to cast this just to make sure we're buffed up, I guess. We'll go ahead and do that, right? So we're going to do this. And then I want to be able to triple cast next turn with her anyway. So I don't even care about that double death anymore. Get out of here. As long as I wasn't completely... Yeah, okay. So we weren't... Yeah. Ooh, yes we were. Yes, we were. Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We just won't have a re-raise on him, so that's going to be tough. But we can get through it. So we're going to go ahead. It looks like we were dispelled. At least Charlotte looks like she was. If there's no lightning on it. Yep, there's no light on our attacks either. That's kind of rough. So we're going to go ahead and we have to cover. We have to cover because we got dispelled on. So it's weird that he cast double death there. I thought it was on the threshold. Maybe you guys let me know in the comments below. I'm sorry if I led you astray there. That's the way I understood it from looking at the fight and fighting it before. So we're going to playlist in the intro here, and then we're going to bring our dude back to life with Save Me, which is going to bring him back to life, and he's going to be there to be taking that stuff. And at this point, I don't give a crap, dude. I'm going in. I'm just going to go in with, I guess not really. We don't want to do triple bolting strike because we want to get our buff back up. So we'll do combat overdrive bolting strike. I guess I was trying to work around that threshold and, you know, dance around it, but it didn't matter. He just, oh my god, dude. Things happen. Alright. Great damage there. Great damage. He doesn't even have the thing on. Why did I do that? Let's see what happens here. We are taking a lot of damage. Ooh, we needed elemental resist up. That was the thing. We definitely needed elemental resist up. Okay. We needed elemental resist up, and with Sylvie instead, I put up, I don't even know what the other thing I cast was, but it needed to be elemental resist. I buffed. That was the thing in my head. I needed to elemental resist. So, we do have our cover up, which is great. This is going to be where we get to kind of recover a little bit better now because of this. Sorry for all the mistakes, guys, but you know, when you get into a fight, you're thinking about a million things. Like I said, sometimes things go wrong, but because of these units, we're going to be able to come out of it on top. So we're going to do spring cleaning on everybody. We're going to give, wait, I don't even know if I have to spring clean, to be honest. No, silence is on. So yeah, we're going to have to spring clean. Let's see, triple the fun, spring cleaning on everyone. We're going to buff everybody's elemental resistances, and then we're also going to put up our physical damage mitigation. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Let's see. Seems fine. Our girl Charlotte can, she is covering, right? So she can go ahead and revive our Wilhelm, which is going to be good. There we go. Myra is going to go ahead and go with the interlude into, hopefully, live concert is available. It is. So we're going to get AoE re-raise on everyone. A little bit of healing, a little bit of HP barrier, which is going to be great. Next up, this time I'm not going to misclick the buttons, all right? It's not going to be the best because, one, he's not imperiled with light, and two, we're not imbued with light. But we're getting there. We're trying to recover and get to where we were. So let's try this out now. A little bit of damage, whatever. We passed the 65% threshold. I don't even care anymore. I don't know why he cast death twice, but I didn't like it. Kill's going down. Coming back to life. Let's see if there's another kill that happens here. Oh, man, that physical damage is hurting. It's because he's not broken as well and has been dead every turn. He's dead again. God dang it, dude. I need you to live, Wilhelm. I need you to live so we can break that. Sylvie can break the attack, though. We're still trying to imbue our Estra so we can actually do damage. All right, Charlotte. Again, Charlotte's just going nuts right here. The video's going to be a little bit longer because I'm making mistakes, but that's the whole thing. That's why I love trials, dude. I love it. Okay, so do we have cover of it on? We do. So we're going to go ahead and hit him with the raise again. Come back to life, buddy. Come on, man. This guy put back on these. Yikes, dude. The magic is broken, though. We just got to break that attack. We're going to go ahead and hit with the main verse and put a re-raise on our Wilhelm and just pray he lives, dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. Dude, he isn't even full health. Okay. We still cannot imbue because, I mean, I guess we could imbue to just start doing damage, but we're going to be missing out on Wilhelm getting those elemental buffs, but that's okay. Okay, yeah. Do that to yourself. Claic, get in the zone, dude. The auto zone. Stop thinking about not a sponsor. Stop thinking about everything else and just actually start doing the game. So I can start playing the game, man. Okay, so because he's not imperiled, it's not going to do as much damage as I want it to do, but we're still going to go in there and do double bolting strike anyway. Everybody else should have a re-raise on, except for, actually, everybody should have a re-raise on, even Wilhelm, because of what we did. So, again, he's already 50% innately, you know, down to that, so it did a little bit of damage, not the most in the world, but we're slowly getting him down, slowly making it work out. Let's see. Stop has been cast on everybody. Ooh! The pain! Haha, now he's not stopped anymore. No! Was that double death, dude? Come on, man. Double death is the worst. But if you have Nethicite on your provoke tank with a re-raise, just make sure you cast Nethicite at the end of the turn. Don't cast it beforehand or it's going to cancel out that magic. So cast Nethicite with your tank at the end of the turn. You'll be avoiding a lot of the stuff that's going on right now. So I'm going to need to cast that stop. Okay, so are we silenced at all? No. Right, she's not silenced. She might need to cover at this point. She got one more turn. Okay, dude, you're really making it happen. So we're going to get rid of the stop on everyone. Let's see, where's the stop? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do this turn? I don't care. I'm gonna imperil. Actually, I might be able to imperil with Myra. Okay, no, I won't be able to. Let me think about what I'm doing right here. Okay, so we gotta get rid of stop and all that stuff, and then we're gonna put up our elementals. We're gonna go ahead with Sacred, and we're gonna bring him back one more time, dude. This is the last time you're gonna be able to do that, Sacred. Well, let me see. No, I'm not. I'm gonna imperil, dude. I'm gonna imperil, bros. I don't even care. We'll think about it. Hold on. We're gonna go like this. Myra's gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're gonna cast a, let me think about it for a minute. He just cast death, so he shouldn't be casting it again. So we're just gonna bring it back to life, and then we're gonna cast outro on the squad. So we shouldn't have to, you know what I mean? Not healed the best. We do have an HP barrier. Do I cast her LB? Or do I imperil? I'm gonna imperil, dude. I'm gonna imperil. I just want to make sure I clicked it. I'm gonna imperil here. Boom. Alright, let's see this bad boy. Oh, he's not broken at all. Okay, mistakes were made, dude. And he's got his, oh my gosh. Dude, I want you guys, that's it, dude. Are you, hey guys, are you imbued with light? Can you just tell me that real quick? Can you just say imbued with light? Thank God. I'm just gonna double LB and hope for the best, dude. We gotta start rushing this boss. We're messing around a little too much. You know what I mean? I know he has physical mitigation on himself, but maybe we'll get him down to a little bit closer to where he's gonna be okay with dying. We did push him past the 35% threshold, so kill is being applied here. A lot of bad things happening to our squad, but we do have re-races going on. Okay, this is really bad. This is so bad. Both of our tanks are down. And then kill is being cast again. Hey, dude, as long as Myra lives, we're going to try to come out through this on top. He did not like what we just did. But Myra's still alive. You know what that means? We still have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Do we have our live? If live concert was up, it'd be even better. So we're going to do restore all allies back up. And then we're going to cast intro, I guess. I guess it's the best thing we can do, right? Let me look. That seems good. Everybody's coming back to life. Sylvie, I think, is going to cast Nobody Left Behind. I do believe. Maybe not. Actually, no. Screw that. Sylvie's going to go with a couple of other things. She's going to do a couple other things for me. She's going to cast the elements on everybody to make sure everybody's buffed up. And then we're going to put on that nice magic mitigation because, no, she can break. I think I'll break instead, dude. All right, we're going in with the break. And we're going to buff up somebody else, dude. Reduce attack and magic. All right, man. Let's see if this works out for us. We're taking a little bit of damage here, but it's gonna be okay. Probably not, but we're gonna try. We don't have an AoE magic cover up. This could get bad, but everybody should have enough resistances anyway to be okay with it. Let's see. We don't have any AoE re-raising on. We don't have any re-raises on any. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh my God. Okay, this is bad. I thought we were gonna be able to recover. It might not. Well, actually okay. We might be able to still recover. This is like the grossest thing. I could re-record this and it'd be beautiful, but I don't care. I like putting the mistakes out there. It sounds weird, but I'm okay with that. We're going to cast the Restore All Allies again, and then we're going to cast, where is it? Interlude on the squad. Let's see. Then we're going to cast Protect Everybody. And then Sylvie, you have a re-raise. I'm doing it, dude. Oh, I don't know if I like this at all. I'm doing it. I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna try it. It could have been a terrible decision not to put up our mitigation on the squad. Yeah, I should have maybe put up the elemental resistances. Actually, hold on. Things are working out. Lich is done being a jerk. Kill. Cause I had to re-raise. Come back. Yeah, keep doing that. It's working. We're figuring it out. The puzzle's coming together, dudes. Dude, this is the longest video. I'm so sorry. Okay, so now we're definitely going to go ahead and we're going to put on our... we're killing him this turn. He's dead. We're going to go boop. Boop. Make sure they don't have any weirdo blind on or anything. All right, we're going to put that on everybody. Well, he actually might not be dead, but that's okay. We'll be fine, I think. We're going to go ahead and hit him with the old Ice Imperil here, right? Light Imperil, excuse me, not Ice Imperil. Oh, you genius. Go ahead and put main verse on everyone. Live concerts next turn, which is going to be great. Behind the scenes on Wilhelm. Let's see. People died, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Wilhelm's Great Wall. Sadly, maybe Myra should have 4U'd Alex, actually, and then I should have used the LB. Because he doesn't have... Oh, he has one more turn. Next turn's going to be the LB turn. Big LB turn. So this turn, we're going to go ahead and give our buffs. and our Bolting Strike. Next turn's going to be big LB turn and take him down, okay? This is fun. It would suck if I died, though, and had to re-record the whole video. You guys are going to make fun of me in the comments, but I love every minute of this. This is super fun. You're like, oh, look at all these OP units, all these STMRs and STMRs. Look how much Claic's messing up. That's all right, dude. We're making it through. Hopefully we make it through. We did it. We had like 1 or 2 units left alive, and we're coming back. F you, Lich. do not tell me you put those. Yes, you are so dead, dude. Prepare to die. Okay. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna get rid of stop on everyone, which is this. We're gonna do a little bit of this, I do believe. Bada bing, bada boom. Myra's gonna do outro into for you onto my other Esther here. Make sure that you are down. Okay, we're gonna do double LB and get the heck out of here. All right, that's what we're gonna hope for at least. Nox, take me home, baby. Play that beautiful, beautiful. Oh, come on. Yes. Play that beautiful, beautiful sound we all want to hear. I'm turning it up, dude. Play it. Play it. Let me hear it, Lich. Let me hear it. Yeah. 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 Okay, guys, as you can see, you know, I made a lot of mistakes. Let some things happen that probably shouldn't have happened. You guys are going to have much more smooth clears, I'm sure, but we ended up clearing everything on that fight. Like I said, Wilhelm hit him back with the double fire with his counters because he had the Nyx's dagger in his hand. 2 light damage. We were obviously doing light damage with Esther. We didn't use any items, so we're good there, and we killed him within 30 turns, so we would have completed this whole thing out. I really hope this guide helps you, even though it was clunky as heck. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how quickly you killed it and how more powerful you are than me. And I hope this guide helped you. And subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.